I didn't make a video last night. I was here working from 9 till 10:30. I'm trying to put the other strut arm in place. And I don't know how I got that one in, but this one ain't going, so I got to come along underneath it. I don't want to hammer on the bolt because I'll mushroom the threads and that won't be good. Click. Stupid because I'm going to have to redo it because the outer bushings are pretty beat. The inner ones were really bad, but the outer one's not much better. Click. Not much bite on that side. There we go. Little swing. Bought this bar in San Diego when I bought that black Suburban in Oceanside. There we go. Don't want to mushroom the threads. Our camera's upside down. There we go. That's how you do it. It's the 4th of July. Friends and natives. Some celebrate Canada Day on July 1st, some celebrate the 4th of July, and some just celebrate life. Good to be alive. I mention it all the time. We had our troops acting courageously. For what? These people just want to explode in war. That's all they want to do is beat everybody else up. There goes the door. Slam. Big waste of time. Lots of good people in Iraq and Afghanistan. Lots of confused people. Syria. When I was a kid, my father gave me a book, Our Man in Damascus. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. But the Israeli Secret Service, maybe, Shin Bet, put a man in Damascus. They eventually got caught. He was spying for Israel. A lot of bad players in those countries. Where's the fluid film? I think it's all the way down there. I had to align my rear suspension last night. I put that new bushing in, and this wheel was turned, making a left turn. So I undid the bolts in my Arizona rust-free Corvair. I undid those bolts right there. I moved that arm that way, and I got that wheel in much better shape. But now I see the problem. That bushing has come out of its socket. That bushing is not centered, so I'm going to have to change that bushing. Maybe I'll change them both. But that wheel is still pointing a little to the left. Before it was pointed a lot, like an inch, 10 centimeters. Now it's hanging down, it's drooping, but believe me, it was bad. Got some spare oil, some Dalo 400, some AutoZone 10W30, this is 15W40. Got a quart of 10W30. I got some straight weight 30. That was going to go in my Packard that I sold years ago. Battery keeps going dead overnight, so got the cable disconnected. Okay. Wanted to wash and wax this. There's a new shoe store open in town. They're having a 25% off sales. I gotta go there and buy some new shoes. Some Sheikh. These are in rough shape. Wonder if they'll have pink shoelaces. So that's what I'm doing on this 4th of July. Getting ready for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Oh, that's right. I was gonna get the fluid film. That's right. That's what I was going to do. Spray a bit of fluid film. Doesn't really need it. I'm never going to drive this thing in any kind of salty weather. Unlike my Subaru Legacy that got recalled for prematurely rusting brake lines. All brake lines rust. All vehicles should be recalled. Every single one of them. For rusted brake lines. Every single one of them. These lower shrouds are the wrong ones. The bolts don't line up. No bolts. Rusty. Yep. Subaru recalls 660,000 vehicles. Prematurely rusted brake lines. Fluid film. I gotta buy a case of this. Last couple cans. There's the old bushing. What do you think of that? Here's the one from the other side, the passenger side. There's the one from the driver's side. Not bad for 50 years. Chunk of it there. Alright, I gotta balance a couple tires, change the power steering hose on Mrs. CW's Turbo Weasel. Get to work. Get to work. He's hardly using any water. That head gasket, K&N head gasket sealer really worked. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Alrighty, there's a show on the radio with, is it Al Ledson, State of the Reunion, discussing how the Coast Guard is acting recklessly and people are dying unnecessarily. Alrighty. Alright. Tighten those bolts. Get her done. I thought I'd show you what these cam eccentric bolts do. Lose the suspension a lot.
He's a scientist with Consumers Union and an expert on arsenic. He monitors developments at the EPA. They came back with their draft and they said, based on a new cancer data on lung and bladder cancer, arsenic is...
It's actually Al Ledson. The name of the show is Reveal. Bad news in America. Naughty Coast Guard. Arsenic-laced water. Does your water have arsenic? Or your rice? It affects kids' IQ. Just like lead, even if it meets the so-called U.S. standard.
If 100,000 women drank water containing the legal limit of arsenic every day,
Station identification. There we go. Here's what's wrong with the bushing on the other side. The suspension arms are touching those. The arm, which is right here, touching the bracket. Because that bushing slid through. That's not good. It's going to creak. Creak, creak, creak. Should be a lot of room, like on this side. I can put my finger in between. Right there. The other side I can't put my finger in between because they're touching. It's bad. It's going to be the first year anniversary of the oil train disaster in Lac-Mégantic. Not good. It's poor people. Government hasn't come through with contributions. I was reading the newspaper this morning. Government hasn't come through with promised contributions. The guy's trying to build a bar, the one that was destroyed, and all his bartenders and friends, everybody died, except he had just left the bar after buying a round of drinks. I should pass by there and gawk like everybody else, I suppose. Let's see, where was it?
In order to protect their funding.
I need to wear reading glasses. Can't read anymore. Everything is kind of fuzzy, blurry. Now I know why. Here's my two dimples, but I did this on the other side and it went way off. Way off. Boring, huh? Not rusted. Not rusted.
So who's responsible for delaying the EPA from releasing its
Gotta put a new bushing right there.
He's the vice president of taxpayers for common sense. He's also an expert on
new bushing, $5. Little toothed Rubber bushing, new sleeve over here.
It's not something that the rank and file.
How's that bushing?
If you're not on the appropriations committee, you're on the outside. And, you know, you're not, you don't even know.
New starter. Someone put a new starter on.
Access to the roof. The appropriations committee.
Okay, back to work. Gotta tighten this up and get back to work.